And red, blue, and yellow singlet is Tarkhan the Mangler. The man in the Chicago Bears uniform. Frank the Freight Train McMichaelson and the Everyman, man in the vest and the combat boots. This is a standard triple threat match. First pinfall wins a spot in the actual heavyweight championship tournament. And the Freight Train didn't learn that on the football field as he hits the suplex on the Mangler. Everyman hits a fireman's carry and rolls through it. The Mangler, the big man's up on top now, waiting. Oh, I thought he was going to fly there, but he thought better of it. Going back up to the top is the Mangler and hits the frog splash. 300-pounder shouldn't be able to do that. Mangler goes for the first cover of the match, and it's a 2.9. Everyman, not sure he's familiar with the rules. He should have been breaking that up immediately. Follow me on Twitter at Jeff Sunday, on Instagram at Jeff Sunday GG. You're already watching on Twitch or YouTube, so follow or subscribe. Thoroughly appreciate it, but you're already doing us a favor being here. As the Mangler going to work here, sends Everyman to the outside. He has a window, but he's too gassed. Those huge clubbing blows on the back. Full Nelson hold there, and he slams the Everyman. It's all the Mangler right now. Hitting predicament here, has the 2 count. But Freight Train McMichaelson able to break it up, and he's covering up these shots on the back. Everyman returning the favor, a receipt from the shots earlier. And this time an alliance between Freight Train and the Everyman. They hit the double power bomb on the Mangler, and wisely so, had to cut off the Mongolian. Absolutely, shout out to our friends from the Gamer Under Development community. Recently made us an affiliate promotion. If you haven't checked out Good Fights Wrestling, you're missing out. A fantastic roster. And I will spoil that the GFW heavyweight champion, Xavier Shamrock, will be participating in the actual heavyweight championship tournament. GFW will be represented in that tournament kicking off next week. But right now, it's all for one shot. One of these 3 competitors will also be in that tournament alongside Xavier Shamrock. Who's it gonna be? Will it be the Mangler? Will it be Frank the Freight Train McMichaelson? Or will it be the Everyman, the Union Man? Coming out of the Texas Independent Pro Wrestling Federation. All of these performers, courtesy of Senator Phillips. If you're on Steam in the Steam Workshop, search for Senator Phillips. You will find these creations. They can be running in your Fire Pro game today. That's the beauty of this game and this community. As the Mangler hits the scoop slam, sends Freight Train to the ropes, and Mangler drops the 2 big knees. Submission. A temporary alliance between the Freight Train and the Mangler. Mangler up top, and he drops the knees again on Everyman. Oh, Everyman's got to be feeling it at this point. Oh my God, that's 3 times now the Mangler, that 300-plus pounder landing on your abdomen. You can't blame Everyman for being out on his feet there at the bottom of your screen. And if anyone's going to eat the pin in this matchup, you gotta feel that it's probably the Everyman. He's just been on the receiving end of so much offense from the Mangler and the Freight Train. Back and forth, it's gone. And he goes to the outside on a suplex. Mangler has a window. Freight Train answers back with a big left hand. These 2 behemoths are trading blows, and the Mangler, shades of a defensive tackle, maybe an offensive one, hits the shoulder tackle on Freight Train. Dumps the Everyman to the outside, front face lock, and he's going for that package slam again, and he got it. That sends Freight Train onto the outside. And now the Mangler moving away from the Freight Train, and he's taking the Everyman up top. Look out, folks. Here it is. The Muscle Buster looks like he's got him set up, and he got it. And you got to hand it to the Everyman after the offense he's taken, that he's still coming back for more. And a crossbody hits for Frank off the top rope. Puts the Everyman on the apron. The cover's not going to work because of the proximity of the rope. And a clubbing blow Oh, what a move there by the Mangler. And there's that spinning heel kick. This time lands on the freight train. Two quick elbows by the Mangler, and he's mangling Frank McMichaelson right now with these inside punches. Just right onto the jawline there. McMichaelson sends him to the ropes. Collision with the Everyman, and that opens the window for the freight train. And the freight train's coming down the tracks. This time collides with Tarkhan. My goodness. What action here on Actually Real Wrestling. And broken up by Everyman, the scoop slam. Front face lock, and Everyman gets up. The former defensive tackle. Triple collision in the middle of the ring. Actually Real Wrestling. Here from Madison Square Garden, live on Twitch and YouTube. We thank you for tuning in as Frank hits a power bomb, goes for seconds. Unbelievable strength by the freight train, stacks him up for the pin, but it's broken up immediately by Everyman. And now Everyman was gonna go for the ground and pound, but Frank just powered out of it. And Everyman somehow managing to carve his way back into this matchup, and curse of the commentator as he goes for the ride on the double power bomb by the two powerhouses, the Mangler and the freight train. And there's that three-point stance again, but this time answers does Frank McMichaelson here, showing off the defensive tackle's cardio. Dug down deep for a second shot there. And they're working in the corner now. You can see these men, no one wanting to get too far away from the action at a risk of not being involved in the final decision to crown a winner. And look at Everyman getting desperate here, just swinging the arms here, trying to get anything going, trying to get some offense in, and simultaneous punches land. That puts down both Everyman and the Mangler. Mangler sends Everyman into the rope. Falling slam by Frank the freight train. Scoop slam on the Everyman, and a big slap by Tarkhan, and a release German suplex. Manages to throw the defensive tackle overhead. And a running power slam for Frank. Go for the cover, Frank. That's your window. Had the opportunity, but Everyman right on top of it. And submission now from Frank. Will the Mongolian submit? No, broken up by the Everyman. I thought the torture rack could have spelled the end for Tarkhan the Mangler. Jumping fisherman by the Mongolian. This time a slap for a right hand from Everyman. The three-point stance knocks him down. A clubbing blow knocks down Frank. But how much gas do these guys have? No one staying down for long. It's going to take incredible timing, strategy, as the Everyman able to use some of that catch. Everyman gets a submission on Frank and gets the victory. And Tarkhan the Mangler is shocked as he's lost the opportunity. Wouldn't you know it? The guy on the receiving end of most of the offense manages the victory. The Everyman is now in the actual heavyweight championship tournament.